Got something that I think would be really cool to share with you guys. I just picked up a vintage 20-watt Plexi, and I've got this idea from another YouTuber. I'll have to put his name on the screen because I can't think of how to pronounce it. But he's a guy that always talks into his iPhone before, and he has video of like nature while he's playing guitar, and he wears headphones, and he's kick-ass player, and he's always playing old Marshalls and really cool blues stuff. Anyway, he said, you know, if you don't have a master volume on your amp and you have a loop, use a pedal that has an output to turn it down, and that way you can crank your preamp and get the kind of gain you want without all the volume. And so I've got a G system, like I've said in many of my videos. I was like, it's got an output volume control because I use it all the time live when I'm, want to mess around with my guitar before the show starts, and I don't want to play it real loud, and I don't want everybody to be annoyed with my volume. I can just reach down, and I've got another camera here, and hit this button and turn up and down my output. So I'm going to show you how to do this and what it sounds like. Now I'm running a Boss OD1, I think that's what it's called, in my rack, and it's in one of the loops of the G system, and that is pre-amp, so it runs in front of the amp, but it's tucked away in my rack, so it's always nice and out of the way, and I just leave it set on and leave the settings where they are, and then I can, with my G system, I can bring it in or out of the loop or out of the signal path as I like. So I'm using that, and I'm using a compressor to further boost the gain into the front of the amp, and then I'm using the output to bring down the volume, and I can turn it down to bedroom volumes without hurting anything, and it sounds great. So here's a little demo of it. Also, I'm going to show you how I turn this single channel amp into essentially 5 channels, or 5 different gain stages that simulate channels. We'll start with the clean. And the way that I'm achieving this is, like I've said before, I am using the compressor with the output turned way down to simulate turning the volume down on the guitar, so it cleans up real nice like this. Now, it's still got a little dirt on it, but sounds pretty good. Now on to just the regular amp with a compressor on it. Or here, let me show you what it sounds like with nothing. This is what the amp sounds like. And I've got, bring this up here. I think you can see all the controls. Both the high treble and normal are dimed. I've got it jumpered, and you can see how everything else is set up. So normally this would be stupid loud. So here's the regular amp with nothing but reverb. on to my next preset. Now I'm adding the Boss OD1. And now I'm going to add in the compressor. And then for lead, so let me show you real quick the settings. That's the magic. That's what brings down the volume, so it cleans up. If I bring that back up, then here I've got the compressor, pretty mild, but it just gives it a little bit of oomph. Now this one is just the overdrive. I do have a little bit of the gain turned up on the OD1, not a whole lot, and it's back in there, so I can't really show you, but it's full output, full level, noon on the tone, and maybe 10% on the drive, so there's a little bit of grit coming in from it. And then adding the compressor to that. So I think that's pretty cool. Turn your non-master volume into a usable amp by putting, if it's got a loop, which a lot of old amps don't, but if it does, put something in the loop that is clean, maybe like even an EQ pedal. I'm not, I haven't tried that, but I imagine anything that's got an output and it's not going to color it will bring that signal down before it hits the phase inverter and hits the tubes. Now it's not going to be exactly the same because you're obviously not driving the phase inverter or the output tubes hard, but it is a way to make this amp bedroom, quote unquote, playable. So I'll turn this all the way down to the point where it's, you know, almost inaudible. And then I'll turn it way back up. That's how quiet it is. That's with my gate. Might I add, this is on the low setting. Stay home, Dad. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I think it's a pretty cool way to make a non-master volume usable. Like and subscribe, share, do all that stuff. Turn off.